This is THG Now with Mervyn Hanley. Good morning. It is Thursday, February 12, 2026. THG Now is powered by Carl & Sons Unique Bakery on the island of St. Martin, with 3 locations on that island, in Cold Bay at the St. Martin's Medical Center and on the Punfill. Let us take a short commercial break and we will be right back after this.
Carl & Sons has delicious food to fit your lifestyle and go easy on your pockets. Carl & Sons, your number one spot for breads, pastries, cakes, sandwiches, breakfast, and lunch. Check out Carl & Sons today on Pondville and in Cold Bay.
Nevis and the wider Federation are mourning the sudden passing of Lorna Hunkins, a respected professional and committed public servant whose influence extended across politics, finance, education, and national development. Her death has stunned many across St. Kitts and Nevis, with tributes highlighting not only her political involvement, but her decades of service in key national institutions. Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Mark Brantley, expressed deep personal grief, describing Lorna as his schoolmate, colleague, and a dear friend. Reflecting on her passing, he reminded citizens of the fragility of life and urged all to embrace love, forgiveness, and unity while time permits. He extended condolences to her mother Thelma, her daughter Sandra, and her extended family, noting that he will remember her smiling, graceful, and full of life. Beyond party politics, Lorna Hunkins built an impressive professional record. She was a former banker, a director at the Medical University of the Americas, a director at the St. Kitts Nevis Angola National Bank, a former foreign affairs advisor within the federal government. Her work reflected a deep understanding of governance, economics, and international relations. Those who worked alongside her often described her as thoughtful, disciplined, and principled. The Concerned Citizens Movement Party of Nevis expressed profound sadness at her passing, honoring her as a devoted member whose integrity, humility, and commitment to service strengthened the party and the country. The party noted that her legacy will continue to inspire leadership rooted in accountability and the public good. Lorna Hunkins' passing leaves a void in Nevisian public life. She was a mother, daughter, colleague, and friend, a woman whose contribution reached far beyond any single title. THG Now extends its sincere condolences to her family and all who mourn her loss. May her soul rest in eternal peace. Still on Nevis, former Cabinet Minister Hazel Brandy Williams has spoken openly about her 2022 resignation from the CCM-led administration, reaffirming that the decision was grounded in principle, personal values, and a deep sense of integrity. Brandy Williams, who served as Minister of Social and Community Development and Minister of Health, shared her reflections during a recent appearance on the Real Entertainment Network, where she addressed governance, community service, healthcare reform, and the future of development on Nevis. This does not align with my values and my morals, so it was time to walk, she said, explaining that repeated obstacles made it clear her vision was no longer in sync with the direction being taken. She added that when hurdles continue to arise and progress becomes blocked at every turn, walking away can be the most honest and necessary choice. Though no longer in cabinet, Williams remains actively involved in helping residents across the island. She continues guiding individuals toward assistance, social services, and a practical support, demonstrating that public service, in her view, is a lifelong commitment, not a political position. Many in the community credit her with remaining accessible, compassionate, and solutions-oriented long after leaving office. Brandy Williams made it clear that if she ever returns to public office, healthcare would stand at the center of her agenda. One of her key proposals would be the introduction of structured health education in primary schools, embedding wellness, prevention, healthy lifestyle awareness directly into the national curriculum. She believes early education is essential to reducing chronic illness and improving long-term quality of life across Nevis. On the controversial Destiny Project, Williams acknowledged that Nevis needs large-scale investment to stimulate economic growth, but stressed that development must be inclusive and locally driven. She argued that the project should be repackaged and supported by deeper, more meaningful consultation. According to Williams, the government should have brought together landowners, local business people, and community stakeholders to develop Nevis's lands as a collective effort, ensuring that Nevisian remains central beneficiaries of progress. Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis and the Chairman of CARICOM, Dr. Terence Drew, on Tuesday, February the 11th, continued his regional consultations with a high-level meeting in the Commonwealth of Dominica. Dr. Drew met with Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt as part of an ongoing diplomatic outreach ahead of the 50th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government, a CARICOM that is, which St. Kitts and Nevis will host later this month. The discussions focused on priority regional and international matters as Caribbean leaders intensify coordination to ensure a results-driven and impactful heads of government meeting. As CARICOM chairman, Prime Minister Drew has been engaging fellow regional leaders to strengthen collaboration on key issues affecting the Caribbean, including economic resilience, climate vulnerability, food and energy security, and geopolitical developments. Following his engagement in Dominica, the Prime Minister is also expected to travel to Grenada as consultations continue in preparation for the milestone 50th regular meeting. The upcoming CARICOM summit in St. Kitts and Nevis is anticipated to bring together regional heads to chart a coordinated path forward on shared challenges and opportunities facing the CARICOM Caribbean community. And finally, in our news this morning, Minister of Justice of St. Martin, the Honorable Natalie Tacklin, says government is examining new ways to boost visible policing and traffic enforcement across the island, including the introduction of specialized tourist-oriented policing roles. Speaking at the Council of Ministers press briefing, the minister explained that these lower level and support functions would help increase daily presence in high traffic areas while easing pressure on frontline police officers. The initiative forms part of government's public safety priorities for 2026, with a focus on improving security in busy commercial and tourism zones, enhancing visitor assistance, and allowing officers to concentrate on serious crime and investigations. She noted that similar models have proven effective in other tourism-driven destinations, where dedicated visible patrols improve response times, visitor confidence, and overall community safety. Authorities believe greater visibility will strengthen public confidence and act as a deterrent to petty crime as St. Martin continues to welcome growing visitor numbers. That is good news because the traffic situation on St. Martin, my goodness. With that, we've just concluded THG Now with Mervyn Hanley for Thursday, February 12th. The news, of course, was powered by Carl & Sons Unique Bakery on the island of St. Martin, again with 3 locations on the island, in Cold Bay, at the St. Martin's Medical Center, and on the Pontville. Remember, before you leave here, to please like and follow our Facebook page. And if you're on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube's channel. Thank you for joining us this morning. And until tomorrow morning, God's willing, at 6 o'clock for a similar presentation. I am Mervyn Hanley. Have a good day, everyone.